500,000 men a year take their own lives. And the thing that shocked me the most about this, it wasn't the statistic, it was the fact that people were laughing about it and making videos. I'm sure you've seen the YouTube shorts or the TikToks of women laughing at men's expense, just wanting to have a month where they can actually try and get some help. And every single time you make a video laughing at these people, I just want you to know that there's a daughter, a brother, a husband, or a grandparent, or someone that is missing someone that they lost. And the thing is, don't think that I just only care about men because I also care about women too. See, my grandfather ended his own life, and my aunt also tragically took her own life in 2020 as well. So, this isn't just about men, it's about us as human beings and what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to care for each other. We're supposed to be a community. We're supposed to have just basic empathy for someone who is struggling. If that person is struggling right now and they happen to be you, just know that you're not alone. And I'm making this video because if even one person can stray away from something like that and be able to be heard for once in their life and continue a better life, that's all that matters to me. I don't even care about the views. I don't care about anything. What I care about is being a decent human being to my brothers and sisters out there in the world. And like I said, I lost my grandfather and my aunt to this. So I know I labeled the video 500,000 men a year, but this also includes women too. I have a deep caring compassion for anyone who feels unwanted in this world, anyone who thinks that there is no hope at the end. I I deeply empathize with you and your struggles because I came from a place where I had absolutely no one, family at all, or therapists have abandoned me, right? So I have experienced the complete isolation in my life where I needed help and no one was there to help me. And the only advice I can give is it is going to get better and it may not feel like it's going to get better, but we learn how to deal with it on a day to day basis. I know that you may come across one day where you feel like you're at your breaking point, and I'm telling you, on the other side of that is a new life. Then it does exist. For me, I had no other options left in my life, and I did the therapy and I tried talking to people, and unfortunately, I was surrounded by people who just straight up didn't even care about me. Anytime I actually talked about what was eating me up inside, um, I was actually just laughed at. That was one of the hardest things was the people that are supposed to be there for you. Um, they laughed. They laughed at me. And if it wasn't laughing, it was just completely ignoring what I was saying. It was just telling me, don't show emotions, which was a sentiment that was told to me most of my life. I was told that men were not supposed to have emotions, and I lived a massive part of my life believing that lie. And that lie almost destroyed me because I believed a man had to be someone who had a stern face. He didn't show any type of weakness because showing weakness could hinder your survival, especially, if you're growing up in a rough area or something like that. But that was the absolute worst advice that I was ever given was to not show your emotions as a man. And it took years upon years upon years of my life to unlearn this behavior. that was taught to me. And yeah, I just wanted to share this video, and hopefully you guys can relate a little bit. And I just want us, to act like decent human beings again. I want us to actually have a community in this world where if someone is struggling and says, I need help, we don't laugh at them. We don't treat him like he's a joke. We don't just give up on him in society. You just don't leave him to fend for himself. We weren't meant to live this way. Human beings are social creatures, and we thrive when we are near other people. And anyone telling you otherwise is just trying to keep you isolated and ultimately doesn't want you to succeed. I believed most of my life that I had to be alone, and now I've gotten to the point to where I'm opening up again to, not just my spouse and, our family, but even going out in public, I've tried to, be more friendlier, show people that, I care more. And that was really difficult for me to do as a man because, like I said, I was taught never to show emotions, just like to have this stern look on your face where you just don't care at all. You just have a mean face. And that's not a life I want to have my children see. I don't want my children to look at me and see a man who holds grudges. I don't want them to see anger in my eyes. I want them to see their father helping another person and be proud that he cares enough to do that. Sorry, it's a little bit emotional. It actually took me a lot to be able to do this video, especially with such a sensitive topic. A lot of emotions arising from, my grandfather especially, um, tragically taking his own life, and then, my aunt taking her own life as well. They were very difficult things to deal with. And that's something that I want you to know if you are thinking about that there's people out there like me who will never get over the loss. That loss will permanently be embedded as a scar on their hearts. So whatever you do, just try and live another day. And if you think that you don't have a single person in this world that cares about you, I care. And yeah. This video is you know, dedicated to every single person that, couldn't be here. I wish all people who have tragically taken their own lives could have been here, and we could have embraced them as family. Yeah. I just want you guys to know that I'm going to keep doing videos like this and addressing things that need to be said. And, I've read the comments and stuff from other people where they talked about similar instances in their life where they were going through a hard time. And I just want you to know, any mother or person that left a comment, talking about how they understand the struggle and, they care. Those comments specifically definitely impacted me, and they're the reason why I have the motivation to continue. So thank you once again, and I'm not going to leave you with any generic little piece of advice like things will eventually get better, because sometimes for other people it doesn't. But what I will say is that even if you have one person who is there for you, it's enough. It's enough. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I appreciate you if you stuck around long enough to listen to this, and I hope y'all have a blessed day and you take care. Take care, guys. Bye.